Hey guys, this is Liz Faircloth here. I'm here today to share with you 3 lessons that I learned on a fix and flip that pretty much didn't happen. And I thought, going through this experience myself for the first time, I really wanted to share these lessons with you. And so hopefully you can learn something as you fix and flip properties. So I've been investing with my husband, Matt, for about 10 years. So I'm not new to real estate investing by any means. I have a lot of experience on the property management side of our business. I've experienced a lot of different aspects of our business. But one area that I've really never taken on myself as the leader has been fixing and flipping properties. My husband's really done more of that than myself. So I've really gotten inspired about 6 months ago. I got inspired to take on and to basically make an offer on a property, myself, and say that I wanted to lead this project, and my husband was going to be there as my coach. So I was really excited about June timeframe. Made an offer on a property close to my house, about 3-bedroom, 1-bath, 900 square feet, completely dilapidated house, needs everything. It would need everything. And the one kind of question mark in this deal was that the foundation was really shot. So we kind of had to make a decision pretty quickly. Made an offer. The listing price was $60,000. I offered $63,000. I wanted to offer a little bit more than what the listing was. Now, this was a short sale, so the seller had to agree to it, and obviously the bank had to agree to it. Both did, and I was pretty excited. I thought, closing was scheduled for August the 15th. So I thought, smooth sailing, done deal, and we'll be starting construction probably September 1st. Well, that didn't happen. About 2 weeks ago, got an email and a notice from the folks I've been working with saying that the bank has done an appraisal. Actually, they did a couple appraisals, and it came back at $78,000. Now, this is a completely dilapidated house. At first, you'd think, oh great, it came back higher than what you offered, but that's not necessarily how the situation happened. They wanted $78,000. I offered $63,000. And based on my numbers, so this is number one, learn lesson. Don't budge on your numbers. I was really excited about doing this project, but I didn't want to spend more than I should have, and I didn't. $63,000 was a decision we made, was the highest I was willing to go. You had a foundation that needed a lot of work. You had a lot of pretty much question marks in the property before we could actually do our due diligence. So I wasn't willing to go higher than that, and I didn't want to, get to a situation where I didn't make money with this project. So that was lesson number one. If you have a number in your head, don't go higher than that, and don't allow your emotions to get involved. So when they came back and said $78,000, I had to cancel the contract because I wasn't willing to go higher. So I sat back and kind of thought about what else did I learn from this kind of 3.5 month process, and at the end of it, I have no property to speak of. Second learned lesson is never stop marketing during the time that your properties are being approved and that you haven't gone to closing. So before going to closing, you don't have a deal. You do not have a deal until you go to closing and sign that paperwork. I was acting as if I had a deal and it was a done project. So my point in sharing this with you is that I should have been marketing. I should have been really making sure that I have more deals in the pipeline, so to speak. And I didn't do that. So now here we are. June I began this. Here we are, October the 1st. And I do not have a project in the pipeline. Nothing is moving, and I got to really kind of re-begin my process. So had I been, kind of along the way marketing and doing things to get more deals in the pipeline, I'd be in much better shape. So that's the second lesson. Third lesson I really learned, with this process is dealing with banks. I don't know how else to say it, but I haven't became a huge fan of dealing with banks in this situation. My frustrations have been I haven't been able to actually negotiate, talk to anybody at the bank. There's a ton of gatekeepers. I can't even talk to someone. Second thing that I've really gotten present to is that they don't have an emotional connection to this property. And that was really part of the process where they didn't just want to let go of it at $63,000. The fact that I even offered more than what the homeowner even owed. They got a little greedy, quite honestly, and they weren't willing to budge. And I think that's because they don't have an emotional connection to the property. So that just kind of made me really think about moving forward, who do I want to deal with? And I'm really rethinking my strategies and really thinking about wanting to deal with people that are a little more motivated directly and have an emotional connection to these projects. So those are just 3 lessons that I learned. I was, like I said, my first fix and flip that I was going to be leading pretty much is not going to happen, but I am going to do a deal, and I am confident of that. I just need to regroup and get focused again. So thanks for listening. I hope these 3 lessons have been helpful to you. I'd love to hear your comments. Those are the three things that I learned, but I'm sure you've learned a ton of things, whether you're a newbie, whether you're a seasoned person who fixes and flips houses, whatever it might be. But I'd love to hear your comments, and I'd love to get into conversation with people here on Bigger Pockets. So thanks for listening, and I'd love to see your comments below. Thank you.